I had no idea about AI music or anything like that. And I was on like a Swedish Facebook page, and there was a guy he said stupid things, what you're doing. You go into the profile, like, who is this person? And then I saw a link to the Suno, and I was like, what's this? And went into that link and saw AI music. I was like, oh my God, this seems fun.
Welcome back, Professor Jacket. Welcome for the first time, D.A.M.P. I'm AiDIY, the AI music guy, and I just like to do cool interviews with people that are in the community. You don't have to be Snoop Dogg and super famous. I just think there's a whole bunch of interesting people that people could connect to in different ways that people do in their own little projects, and we can all learn from each other. And D.A.M.P. or Ricard is an interesting person. In the conversations I've had with him, has been highly recommended from Professor Jacket, Bobby. So welcome to the podcast. Glad to have you. Now, this is very much a learning thing for me too. Like, I like to have people on so I can learn something about the people, but also I can learn maybe a bit about your workflow, works about something you do, get an aha moment, and hopefully people in the audience will as well. So there's a bit of self-promotion as well. I'd like you to pump your own projects out there, but very much I want to learn off what you're doing. Now, you weren't always known as D.A.M.P. You came to me under a different label, which the name escapes me. I just remember that you were known as something else. Who was that, and what have you done?
Well,
what have you done?
What have I done? Well, first off, if I remember correctly, I was under Drakius AI production or something along those lines, because my internet handle pretty much anywhere has always been Drakiren or Drakius, which is a more like Roman-esque name. And my name Drakiren is actually my name backwards, and I just put en at the end, and I've been using that since I was like 15, 16.
Us creatives always trying to be super too creative sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and I first started out, and this is actually funny how I came into Suno, and it's I had no idea about AI music or anything like that, and I was on like a Swedish Facebook page, and there was a guy he said stupid things, what you're doing. You go into the profile, like, who is this person? And then I saw a link to the Suno, and I was like, what's this? And went into that link and saw AI music. I was like, oh my God, this seems fun. Because I did dabble with Midjourney early on, when Midjourney still only had the Discord thing. So I always been like interested in tech and so on, and it just spiraled out from me doing that. So I guess I shouldn't call that person stupid. I should actually thank him for it.
There's always some weird bad shit that leads to something good.
Yeah. And so I did started with, and this is the funny part, I started with doing power metal, which is usually the music I listen to. It's either power metal or trailer music, or what's it, cinematic scores, so on. And that's quite funny, since right now I'm pretty much only doing rap stuff.
People are mixing up genres a lot, actually. It's really cool. This is one of the things that I think is cool about the technology is, I guess, if you're a traditional artist, you have to get stuck into one genre because it takes so much mastery to get into that genre that it's like a baseball. Like I equate it to an athlete, right? Like if you're in baseball, if you're a pitcher, you're not so much of a batter, because both of those skill sets take absolute time to get into, right? But with this sort of technology, you can do that.
Yeah, that definitely. And after a while, I started experimenting, doing a lot more. Like, I wanted to see can I take genres that should not work at all and somehow make it work? And so I even went so long, I started to look up YouTube videos for like weird instruments and see does Suno has those instruments. And for me, I've always been like interested in Asia. So back in 3.5, I started thinking I should try to make like a band, and the feature for personas didn't even exist.
Yeah.
But I managed to find a way to get the voice or vocals to be almost the same every time.
That's interesting, because I know back in 3.5, most of us, were thinking, I'd like to make an album with all the band sounds the same.
Yeah.
But I never figured out a way. I don't know until now. I don't know anybody else that could have figured out a way in 3.5.
Well,
so how did you do that?
Well, I started to look up like vocal techniques, like chest voice, mezzo soprano, etc., and so on, and then like add in the feelings that they should have, and then I like wrote out that prompt, and always had that in the songs, but changed it slightly. And my first band that I did was, I don't know if you know of Sabaton. It's
No.
It's a Swedish metal band that does like historical songs.
Okay.
They blew up in Sweden early 2008, 10, something like that.
I got to learn more about Sweden, apparently. Yeah.
I know, right?
I mean, most huge artist has ties to Sweden, thanks to Max Martin, who has like produced for Britney Spears, for Madonna, and pretty much everyone. He's working with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And so on. Sweden is a small nation, but musically, we're like one of the biggest. And
with furniture as well.
Unfortunately. I hate them. But yeah, it's Sweden. Like you, I know you're interested in Eurovision.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that reputation out now. Yes.
Yeah. And Sweden, I think we won like most times.
Yeah, I've been hearing like a lot of other European nations now getting a little bit tired of it, and basically just accusing you guys of being too poppy and ruining Eurovision.
Yeah. I do remember. I think it was 2020 or 2023 or something like that. We had Loreen, one of our pop songs, and people wanted to boycott Eurovision because she already won 2012. So why should she be allowed to be in? Because she's just gonna win it. And what happened? She won it.
Yeah. Despite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
well, you gotta be voted on. You gotta be voted on, man. It's not like
Yeah. But yeah, and I started doing those. I called Silk and Steel, which was basically, I took the idea of Sabaton, who is mainly doing like European history. Now they started to branch out, but they did like World War II songs and stuff.
Okay.
And since I've always been interested in Asian history and culture and so on, I was like, if I'm gonna do that, I need to use Asian instruments. Because so I started with that, and I did get a following from the pre-Reddit group before Groove Coverage, Generated Grooves.
Yeah, Generated Grooves. That's where we met.
Yeah, exactly. But they had one community before that was started. If you don't remember the name on top of my head right now, but the admin there, he went away, so they created generated groups. So I migrated over to that one.
Okay.
But I had some people over there that both helped me and like what I did produce back then.
Nice. So how long have you been, I guess, involved in the music part of it? Just since 3.5, or were you doing stuff before that?
No, just I started like last summer.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's awesome. And I like that you basically picked up on the fact that you like Asian sort of music,
Yeah.
and you like sort of go that sort of way, so you find your sort of space.
Yeah.
And now you're doing rap music sort of stuff as well. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I was basically blown away yesterday when I did the live and I saw the visuals that you do. That one stood out to me as well. It just absolutely blew me away. Have you been? What is your? I guess what is your experience? Are you like a video producer? Like, what is your background in that stuff, or was that just something that sort of hit you when AI came around?
Well, there's actually multiple layers to that. Like my parents, when I grew up, they owned a video rental store. So I got, since most of my upbringing is watch movies. And in Sweden, since we get everything from Hollywood, and back then you had to like watch the movies that you're gonna order into the shop. So I had to help my dad with watching the movies.
So you had like in Sweden, I don't even know if they could be everywhere else. You literally were not allowed to order the movies until you saw them.
No, you did, but you wanted.
Oh, it's
you
just
wanted to
smart
know which,
business to know what's coming. Yes, okay.
Yeah, and what's
All right,
popular and so on.
Yeah.
So
anybody else that watched you say that would have come to that conclusion. It was only
I thought the same thing. I was like,
Okay,
oh, they
all
have to
right.
watch the movies
enough.
before they're allowed to rent them out.
Okay, no,
No.
that makes total sense. You don't want
Yeah.
you want to basically know what's coming into the store, so you're not watching like snuff films or something like that.
Yeah.
Recommend, yeah.
Yeah, and like what is popular and not, and because it was business.
Yeah.
So I grew up on that, and I watched some days from when I was like, in the beginning it was only the kids' movies because I was a kid, but eventually I started watching, more adult content or adult movies and stuff, and so I've been, when it comes to like cinema and video and so on, I've been trained. And even to this day, if you put on a TV show or a movie, I'm kind of conditioned to know it's like, oh, that scene is from that movie from that year, or things like that. It's just back in my head because so many movies. So I have a problem enjoying movies and cinemas today.
Yeah, so it's been sort of work.
Yeah. And after that, in Sweden, we have like our school is very different from like American school system. We have 1 to 9, and then grade 10 to 12, you usually choose like a direction. And that direction can be towards work and so on. And I went into like an art program that was specialized in 2D animation. And since we had to do that, and that's the funny thing, I could only draw like stick figures. But they allowed me in anyway.
Do that.
Yeah. And they allowed me in anyway. Funny enough.
It's good to start. You could be their testimonial.
Yeah, well I wouldn't say I'm a good drawer. I was good at painting after the course, but since it's 2D animation, we also had to learn like how cinemas is done what how you produce a cinema, though in 2D, but we also did like we had to produce the sounds ourselves. So I worked a lot with Adobe Premiere back in the days. So I had that
skill set.
Yeah, skill set from back then. I haven't started with Adobe Premiere again though.
So what do you use? What's your editing tool at the moment?
At the moment, it's Filmora. But I might change it because they have like a subscription thing and stuff, and it's starting to get quite annoying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you jump back to Adobe, it's annoying for a million other reasons.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's basically like how my knowledge of how to do videos and so on. So if we come back to the movie that you saw yesterday, I kind of knew what I wanted to do, because the thing is, when you announced the video game, I was like, I want to do a video game.
Yeah. Well, let's just give that context for people. So I do a live every week, Sunday in America, Monday in Australia, Monday 10 a.m. here in the Gold Coast. And my lives are intended to have subject matter experts on such a people like that could do video editing or music industry experts that I can sort of talk with, but also we play people's songs. Lately, it has been somewhere in the chat or something comes up and it becomes interesting, and I put a challenge onto people for you have a week to create a song, and that could include a video as well. We'll play all your songs next week during my next live. The first week was wrestling. Create something with wrestling.
First week was spaghetti on top of spaghetti.
Spaghetti on top of spaghetti. Yes, that was correct.
Can't forget that one.
Anyways, just random crap that like we think of. The spaghetti thing was just totally. That was just the most random thing that ever happened. We just randomly picked a song that ended up being the whole lyrics of spaghetti on top of spaghetti. And because like our community is just full of broken people, they just thought it was a good idea to have a challenge. The next week could be anything to do with spaghetti. Then it was wrestling. And then from last week, I said this week, create something with video games, which I kind of knew it was probably going to be good because all of us are technical, probably play games and varied age.
We're nerds.
And we're all nerds. Not all nerds. Yep. Just like, and nerds for me is endearing. And I've explained it to watch my video with Toby. We went through a whole process of nerding. So anyway, so Ricard's talking about that. We responded to the challenge to my live video requesting for video games.
Yeah,
that's the context.
Yeah. And the thing with that movie was like I didn't want to do like background music or something like that, and then I remembered one game that I really, really loved when I was younger. And I was like, that one had a cinematic intro kind of thing. I was like, I want to do like that. Because that also builds a story. It shows the story while being like a trailer as well for it. So I figured it's like, yeah, let's do that. And I mean, I wanted to do a Japanese game, and what's more Japanese than mechas?
Yep.
So
it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually amazed how it came out because I did not expect that level. And when I do remember, I started talking about it in the villain chat, and then I said, like, if I do this and I'll be able to create this. Send me pictures and I'll try to, put Easter egg and put your characters inside. So the blonde girl is Madison, which is cheese fries and all that.
That's pretty cool. So I didn't know about those Easter eggs, so I'm gonna go back looking for them later. Be interested to see Madison in that.
Well, yep. If you look at the villain, you should already know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I figured a guy with a mask, that's pretty villainous. So it
You know who it is, right, Matt?
What's that?
You know
Yes,
who the villain is, right?
I know who the villain is now. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and the thing is, I tried to use Kling first, but I don't know. They updated their censoring or something, so I didn't get any generation at all, and I got frustrated. So I moved over to Higgsfield.
Yeah, well, actually, just talk about that really quick because that might be a thing to talk about. I just thought I was having problems getting stuff rendered. It said, no, not within terms, not within terms.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Yeah.
freaking talking about, man? So other
Yeah.
people are having that problem too. I'm going,
Yeah.
what do you even like? It's just like create a dude. No, not within terms. You're breaking rules. You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, and I'm on their Discord and so on, and like right now, people are leaving in droves from Kling, and so I was like, okay, I've seen all these ads about Higgsfield. I usually look on YouTube to like learn video prompting and so on. So I follow a few YouTubers who mainly does video, and they keep talking about Higgsfield. So I was like, okay, I'll check it. And it was, when I checked the pricing, it's like $15 more from what I paid per month. And I was like, well, I get all the models compared to Kling, which is one. And all the these YouTubers, they all acknowledge that like all the models has their problems, but they also have things that they are better than they are each other on.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I figure, okay, I'll jump into it, and at that time they had unlimited because Van 2.5 came out and Kling 2.5 came out, and then Sora came out, kind of at the same time. And
Sora's kind of a toy, though, isn't it? Like what we can sort of do with Sora.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think I would get access to Sora since I live in Europe, because of the AI laws here and so on. Like first, Sora took over a year for us to get. But now, since I'm using it through the API, I have access to it.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very, very, very nice. And but I was not able to use Sora for that video at all because it's so high load. And I tried to generate it. Took over 2 hours to get one clip.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And some
and the problem with that too, like I find the problem with this is, and it's the same thing with Kling. Even if you eventually get the right thing, it takes 4 or 5 minutes to render something. It's wrong. It's not what you're after. And then you got to spend another 4 or 5 minutes and another 4 or 5 minutes till you finally get what you want to get. And that just, like, if you only ever need one clip to make a music video, which you never do, you need more than 5 seconds of a clip or 10 seconds of a clip. It's just going to take you a long time. So does this Higgsfield solve those problems?
Both yes and no. They also have the high load because they seem to have a lot of users from all over the world. But for me, it still worked. It was slow in the beginning doing the Van 2.5. And they Higgsfield doesn't, or at least them, didn't have start or end frame. They had the start frame but not the end frame, so all the clips I had to bring into Filmora, go to the last frame, take a snapshot, bring that back in. And then I usually work with Chat GPT and like a lot of because there's people who made like help with prompting and so on. So I get help that way because I wouldn't say I'm the best prompter, especially when it comes to video prompting.
Well, let me just break here for a minute, because other than going on to your process, which is fascinating, your process, this is the thing that I want to get across in this community, because I don't want to be a guy that just interviews people or just plays songs or just gives tips. I want to stress to people the importance of, especially at this time, because everything's coming so fast, of being a student of all the tools that you need to use. So you are plugged into like generated grooves. You're plugged into different like Discords to learning. You're plugged into different sort of methods, because I'm getting and you're plugged in, and we'll get to the villains thing later, because I think that's another way that you're doing. Like, how important do you think it is in this stage? And I guess I'm sort of leading you this way, because you might say fuck all, like nothing doesn't even matter at all. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling, and like I try to express the best I can, but it takes many people saying the same thing over and over again, like being plugged into these things, because you can't learn everything on your own. Some people are going to go through the exact same process you have 5 different takeaways that you never would have discovered. And if they share those takeaways, then that means you get those takeaways for free, in my opinion. Like, how important is it to you to be plugged into these different environments? Taking my words out of it, your own perspective. That's my perspective.
My perspective is help everyone. And that's why I know that people like on Suno, when they publish their song on Suno, they take away like the prompting in the lyrics box, because they don't want people to. I just keep it.
And that's not exclusively the reason why. Like I will do that, but it's not to hide the prompting. Like I always share all my prompting in my videos. It looks messy when you have your thing up there. There's all the prompts and all that crap in there. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, well, I leave it because I hope that people, use it and see how I do it. And I have changed the way I prompt music. That really works well for me. And I even have made like a clean, empty template that I share with people.
Where can they get those?
I can send it to you. Yeah. No, I can send the way I do. Definitely. And
you share them on Discord groups or anything like that? Like, I got my Discord group. If you want to join my Discord group, join my Discord group.
Yeah, I can definitely share it. I've been thinking of adding it to your like the classroom.
Awesome.
And how I go about it. And then of course there's a lot of tweaking and so on.
Yeah, your prompting is really impressive.
Yeah,
I go through that and I look at that and I'm like, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Yeah.
But that's it. That's it, Bobby. Is like you do that and then you change because you don't know everything, right? So you look and you go, dude, that's a really interesting way. I'm going to add that tool set to my tool belt now. But it compounds the more than if you just stopped at D.A.M.P's thing, like, oh, I learned that. That'd be it for your tool belt. It'd be what you know and what D.A.M.P know, you add it to your tool belt in the context of you. But you don't. Like, we're in the Discord groups, we're in different Facebook groups, Reddit groups, and I learn, or you learn 5 different things out of that. You add it and you make it public, like D.A.M.P saying, you make it public and you share it, and then other people can benefit from that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's from what I've seen, like in Suno's, I guess it's an unofficial or official Reddit and so on. People are extremely mean and condescending, and not it's like people seems to think like I'm gonna be the next big thing, so I'm not gonna share any tips or anything. And they think they're gonna make like, I don't know, millions of dollars or whatever, you know. And I never went into this expecting to make money or anything like that. For me, I've been trying to find like my creative side again.
Your voice, you want to find your voice.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been writing stuff, like from books to tabletop RPGs, like all of those things. And last 10 years, I haven't had an outlet, basically. And when Suno came, it was just like I could pour everything out from me that I've been stuck. And so basically right now, Suno is like, it helps me mentally. It actually is fun. And I feel like I've also become a better person, because at the end of the day, I like helping people. And always been like that, and sharing stuff and so on. So to me,
and that's perfect. That's the kind of people we want to bring into the community, right? And I think people that jump into this community and they're not giving it all will get nothing from it whatsoever. You know, when I was at Suno a few weeks ago, and one of the things that people were asking about community, and I said, well, people are very quickly learning that in order to get, you have to give. And almost like that can't be your motivation, is to get. The motivation has to be appreciated in the way that you're giving, really.
And then you just automatically, getting is just a byproduct. It just happens.
Yeah. And so basically that's where I come from. And as we said before, generated grooves, like where I actually, to me, I really want to do a shout out to that place, because there's so many talented people there. And
absolutely.
Yeah. And it's such a good community. And that's why I actually made the Trace song, which I know you and Scott liked, which was the community one. It was a shout out to that place, because most of them, or rather all of them, are part of it. Even Aidan was part of it to a degree. And
Madison was created in generated grooves.
Yeah, I remember. Really? I remember that because we both were in that contest. I think I came like 5th place or something like that. I did that like Swedish type of pop song. It's not my usual.
The one I created in Madison was with the St. Patrick's Day one.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that what you were in? Yeah, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, the St. Patrick's Day. I'm
when she did Gold Digger.
Yeah, I remember that one. And I really liked the Gold Digger one. And I'm happy that you won.
I think I got 2nd, but it's good enough.
Yeah,
I built a legacy from it.
Yeah. So,
I'm just hoping to be a qualifier in something with this first competition I entered with the Mob Vision.
Yeah,
you know, so to end up 2nd or that's a win.
Yeah, and that's when Professor Jackert won. I actually became kind of very competitive in like my it's like I want to, so I tried to push myself and push. And I think I won or was runner up. Was it 8? Like now they're doing 10, and they already made a shout out saying, "Oh no, Professor Jacket and D.A.M.P is not in this.
It's over. It's over."
Yeah. I actually sent it to our villain chat earlier yesterday.
Well, let's talk about villain chat. Let's talk about the chat. Let's talk about So give me detail about what the villains thing is.
Well, so I think we need to start from the very beginning.
Start from the very beginning. Because to me this is important. Yeah. It's important to put in context, not just to promote the villains, which I think is important that we do because it's a cool project, But because to me, from my perspective, and what this channel's about is the collaboration, and it's the friends, and it's the learning, and the cool stuff you're doing as far as like trying to break new ground. So go ahead and tell me about the whole thing. What is Villains? What do you do? Tell me about your pinging little messaging group. That is very distracting from this end.
Should we start with Black Widow?
Yeah, I was
And
actually
Madison?
gonna lead up to that. And this is also like a funny thing. Black Widow. I created her as a persona, and it actually comes. The whole idea of that persona came from I was playing a game, and that is like a movie studio thing, and in the 30s, and I really loved that noir jazz type of music. And at that time in that game, I was making a detective drama, so I was like a serial killer music persona that does rap over this type of like 1930s jazz and so on. That would be very cool. Let's see if I can do something like that. So I created her, and since I already told you before, I was very heavy into like tabletop RPGs, D&D and stuff like that. I get extremely invested in characters. So I create a personality, I create all of those things. So they are not me as a person, but like their own living things. And I made a few songs I shared on Generated Grooves. And then Professor Yacket released his Star Wars song. And
Baby Yoga?
Yeah, Baby Yoga. And I was like...
So I didn't know what the Star Wars songs was. So I'm like, Jesus, Star Wars. And I'm thinking lightsabers. But then you said Baby Yoga. Yes, I'm aware of that.
Baby
Yeah. And I was like, Madison is a Gen Z. So like, if you think of the context, a refined lady from 1930s type of vibe, elegant and so on. And here comes the blonde, excuse lack of words, bimbo, Gen Z bimbo.
ESL, with lack of a better word.
Yeah, and I was like, how would she react? It's like she would be pissed off. So I reached out to Professor Yacket and said, I want to do a diss track. Because that's how I am. If I do diss tracks or something like that, I make sure it's okay first.
Yeah. Because people can take that the wrong way. And things have been taken the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And he was instantly on board because, beefs and whatnot generates like hype.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac, all of that. So we started doing that, and I made a song and I sent to him, and he approved it. And then I found out about Kling. So my first video I did with AI is her first diss track. And then Madison answered that, so I had to do a response. And
it never ends.
Yeah,
this is how wars start.
Yeah, definitely, because I tagged Zanzibar in it because he also had, dissed Madison.
A beef with Madison.
Yeah.
So Senzu, another creator. Yeah.
Yeah, and he took it the wrong way. So he made a diss towards Black Widow.
Mistake.
Yeah, so I had to respond to that. So I
sorry, Zanzi, we love you.
Yeah, I love you, Zanzi. But that's the fun part is
Senzu's out in your part of the world, isn't he?
Nah, Zanzibar is I don't know where he lives.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. Thought he said it that way, but anyway, go.
It's an
go.
enigma.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically how Black Widow came into it. And then this summer, before our vacations and so on, Professor Jacket told me about the Villains project. I had seen the teaser for it and so on, and thought like, oh my god, gonna need to respond to this through Black Widow. And then somehow along the line, she became part of it. And
So me and Melodolite were the ones who created Villains, and we decided we wanted to bring in more people. And I figured who would be better than D.A.M.P with Black Widow? Like, this is going to be a perfect villain for our group. And he was all in.
Yeah, and then I added my second one, who we do not speak of.
So let's just talk. So now we know sort of how you guys formed together as we'll call that a band, your group, your Cub Scout tribe or whatever it is. But let's talk about it in the let's talk about the context of the tribe thing, like you're doing that. So that's how you guys all sort of found each other, and you sort of. So what do you do now? Like, what do you do, and how do you collaborate, and what do you mean to each other?
Well, to me, they're my friends, or like brothers who lives all over the world. And to me, I feel like I can confide in them, and I can, help out, because like Melodolite, I don't know if you've seen that video. I was going to send it in to you. I have another persona that I used, which funny enough also got created because of a diss track. But that was a anti-AI person who jumped into generated groups and just said mean things.
Yeah.
So
how everything starts now.
Yeah, and I wanted to answer him because first I didn't understand what he meant, and when I finally understood, I made a funny punk rock song about it.
Actually, look, let's just touch on this really quick, because I find like a lot of these disses from anti-AI people are written so poorly and so vague that you actually need AI to translate how they're trying to diss you to understand it. So when you're out there
trying to be a dick, at least be clear about it. Otherwise, you are enforcing the need for AI, and you're doing the opposite of what you're trying to do. And we're fixing you by doing AI.
Well, I answered him in kind of tongue-in-cheek way, because I'm not mean in that sense. So
actually, just quickly, footnote from my video editors, that needs to be a short.
I'll do it again to be clear. If you are if you're shit at insulting people and you're bagging out AI, and your spelling is bad and your run-on sentences, we're using AI to translate so we know what the fuck you're trying to say.
And use it against you.
And then we're using AI to diss you back. But you probably can't read it anyway. But go ahead.
So it's like how can I say this? It's I feel like that's kind of become my thing, the diss parts, and I'm also I have one persona, since like Bobby, I have a lot of personas. I actually think I have a lot more than him. A lot.
You might, I think you might.
Some that are still developing, but we like the other persona in Villains, the Bleeper, which is the funny thing. It's a censored version of my horrorcore rapper, who I don't even think I can release the songs. Because
you can't. You can't. They'll put you in jail.
So that's he is, when I'm annoyed, about anything. I just make songs for him to get the feelings out. And he's like inspired by old Eminem, Slim Shady, and so on, and which is the fun part of it, because he does a lot of fourth wall breaking. I do write disses about myself. I do disses about other personas, and just everything for fun. He is very controversial. So I figured it would be fun to make him into like a censored superhero, which would, since he does fourth wall breaks, becomes annoyed over the fact that we censored him. So there's like a backstory to that as well.
So you've got all these personas, which is obviously awesome, and this is what I talk about with people too. Like your creative outlet is your creative outlet. And it sounds like you have a particular one that's good for just getting shit out, which I need one too. I'm kind of going through some, creative outlet stressors with the channel and family and all that stuff at the moment with health and all that. So I might just go ahead and make a persona to do that. But to talk about
you can help Matt with the DP.
I was thinking about making a hero. I'll get a heroes WhatsApp group going, and we can just battle you guys all the time. I think especially all the nerddom that goes on in this community, I think there'll be heaps of people that want to make good guy, superhero characters. But
it's already in the making, Matt. We can't talk about it yet.
We're just going to go over the top. Yeah, don't talk about Bruno. But I more want to talk about how you guys, I guess, become sort of like a brotherhood, and how other people can sort of replicate that. Like what is it that, are you all similar goals? Or are you like?
And the reason I'm asking this, right, is because when I was interviewing Toby or Mellow Light, an hour before now,
he's in that message group. I don't know, whatever message, either WhatsApp or it was on his phone, and it was going bing, bing, bing.
Messenger. Yeah.
So you guys are messaging each other all the time, and I'm assuming that's not
absolutely.
I'm assuming that's not all creative stuff. It's like, oh, yo, my wife's pregnant. Yo, like, I'm wearing these clothes today. Do you find them sexy, or whatever it is?
Or somebody pulled a gun out on me when I went to go pick my daughter up from her school.
That one. Hey, you need
did
to
that happen? Yeah, did that happen?
That happened, and everyone got concerned. Everyone's like,
and
hey, okay?
and then all the brothers came together, and they were like, like, we're here for you. We're happy you're safe and all that. It's a brotherhood, basically. The Villains Chat is.
Yeah. So people can replicate that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's we stand up for each other, we help each other, and so on. And what to say? I mean,
I would say we all have the passion. We're very strong about what we want to do, but we don't put rules on each other. And we say like, hey, you make your character, I'll make my character, and then we'll figure out a way to get them together. And we share music, and we'll share different generations with each other and say, hey, which one do you like best? Where you think I can improve? We're growing all together, and you can see that in our music and in our music videos. Since we've made the Villains album, you can see that all of us have grown since then, and we keep growing as well.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to go back to like Vex, the pop punk, because I did a video before this one, and I sent the unfinished video to Melody Light, and he was like, "Oh, this kind of static. Try this." And I like, okay, I'll try doing that, and it came out beautifully. So I mean, we help each other as much as possible, and since I got the unlimited on Higgsfield, I just told everyone, if you want something, just send me the picture and I'll generate it for you.
Yeah, that's good. Because that seems to be a lot of problem with a lot of creators in this space is credits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you basically have what's called a mastermind. Like you guys get together
and you sort of put stuff out. And I've seen masterminds be absolute winning chemistry to put out the best of works in business and
different things, whatever it is. But I've also seen people try to force it and masterminds become an absolute shit show because I don't know what the magic sauce is. Like, what do you think the magic sauce is to forming a group like yours and have it be successful, people getting along? Like, I know sometimes, like you said, lack of rules. You don't try to force things onto some. I've seen when I've been a part of a mastermind before, like, you need to have certain rules, like, this person's talking, don't override them. But then you get other people going, well, people should be able to say whatever they want, but then people with softer voices can't be heard. Like I don't know what the magic sauce is because, like, I struggle with it myself. What's the magic sauce to getting a group like yours together to collaborate and be a good mastermind?
I think, like, from our perspective, we're very, like, open-minded in that sense. Like, we, as Bobby said, we don't force things and so on. We listen to each other, and even if we don't agree, we might,
we don't put each other down at all. There's no arguments. There's no arguments in the chat at all. I don't think we've had a single argument the whole album. We made 17 tracks together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And from that point, the album, I was actually quite stressed over it because there was a few things happening here at home and so on. So I was unsure if I would hit the deadline, but that was also kind of a good thing because I learned how to, like, rapid produce stuff, like that gaming video I started Monday around 4.
That was surprising. You told me, like, I put it out and it came out in a week. That's insane.
Yeah, like 3 days.
Yeah, actually 3 days.
Insane.
That's unheard of. Like I said, I was talking to Mellow Delight. It takes him like 3 months to produce what he produces.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and same with Aiden. Aiden seems to be, like, holding. He has his workflow, and from what I have understood, a lot of things he produces are older tracks so he's, like, working from his backlog. For me, I kind of like this rapid thing, and I feel like it works for me. And, like, my brain is in chaos, and I, like, just zero in and focus on it. Yeah.
Deadlines too. Like, I'm doing that mob vision thing now, and if I didn't have a deadline of like 5 days, it could have taken me 6 months to make that video.
Yeah.
You're right. Deadlines are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I'm still amazed that I was able to put this out because my son was sick at the time. So I was home this whole week and just took care of him. So, I mean, I didn't dedicate like 10 or 15 hours or something per day on it. It's just a few hours here, stop, fix food and all that. Because my wife, she's been traveling. She works like a travel agency. So I was home alone for a week with 2 kids and I had to fix that and one of them sick. But I still managed to fix it. So we'll see because next week I have parental leave, so I'll be home another week.
So how many? So that's what 5 days. Would you at least be able to put out 2 videos? I would think in that stage.
Yeah, well, right now I'm out of credits. However, I did see that they still have the unlimited on Sora 2. So I'm gonna see if I'm possible to make a video.
Yeah,
and you're signed up for Fresh Friday Festival as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So we both have to have a video done by Friday. I'm only a quarter through mine right now.
The only problem is I use Leonardo to generate the images.
Yeah, same.
And
Same.
and I'm out of credits.
I've only done it once. I've only exhausted because Leonardo is pretty generous with their credits.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be perfect, it can be done. You can exhaust them.
Yeah.
But when you're out, when you're out, I don't think you can just buy credits. You have to upgrade your membership.
You can buy credits at it's like $50 or something like that to top up your credits, or you can upgrade your membership, which I've done.
Yeah. I don't think I can upgrade it. So,
I feel you.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'll figure something out. And that's also while we're talking about like programs or like different things to generate, I found a lot of people use Nano Banana, and I have used it.
Yeah, I write that down. I've written that down, Nano Banana, about 10 times.
Aiden recommends Nano Banana.
Yeah, I would say it's good, but I actually found Reeve AI better.
Well, let me just talk about Nano because I've written, like I said, I've written down Nano Banana like 20 different times in my interviews.
You're calling it Nano Banana.
Yeah, whatever it's called, because Google will help me out. ChatGPT will help me find the way. But like my understanding is it plugs into APIs of a bunch of different things. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. So Leonardo does that now as well too. Yeah. But only in certain aspects. I don't think it plugs into the API for lip sync. It only does for, video generation or whatever.
Yeah, you can get Nano Banana on Leonardo AI right now. It's just more expensive than some of the other ones, other generations.
Yeah, and Nano Banana is free, so I don't see a reason why you should use Nano Banana through Leonardo. I just go to Google Studio and you have it for free.
Yeah.
You do, however, get like watermark, but I did find like an alternative to Nano Banana, which is called Reeve. And for fun, I put in a Nano Banana generated picture there, and then I just in the prompt said remove watermark, and it removed the watermark. So
they're gonna shut us down.
Nah. and it also can generate images and so on. But the interesting thing with that one is like if you have like 3 characters or something in it, you can go into its editing tool and it creates boxes, and you can just click on the boxes and edit just that character or that hand or the background and so on. So I used that one instead of Nano Banana when I created the video game.
Yeah. The video game song. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Protocol.
Yeah, Eclipse Protocol. And I felt like it worked a lot better for me to do that.
I'm gonna have to now. I'm thinking about all the work. Like this interview is going to be its own thing, but now I'm thinking about I'm going to have to go through the transcript and have 18,000 links in the description. We talked about these things.
Well, basically, my workflow right now when it comes to making video is generate the image in Leonardo. Bring that over to either Nano Banana or Reeve or both, depending on situation. And then I'll bring that image into the video generator, which now for me is Higgsfield. And I choose depending on what I'm going to do, because anime, apparently, when it comes to video generation, it's very hard for them to make. It is usually a lot of artifacts and weird warping and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I don't know if I can do this. I'll see. And then I choose 2.5, even though Sora seems to be stating that they are like the best when it comes to like anime and so on. But since there was a problem generating videos there, I tried, and as we saw, it came out amazing. So I just kept doing that. But since it didn't have this end frame, I had to generate my own end frames by bringing it into my video editing tool, take a snapshot, upload that and put it in the start frame. have ChatGPT help me. I sent in the picture into ChatGPT, explained like the context of what I want to do. This is the new start frame, which is the last end frame, and it helped me with the prompting, how I should write the prompting. Because ChatGPT do have these people made like their own for like Leonardo, for Kling, for Sora.
Yeah, for the custom GPTs.
Yeah, exactly. So it helped me with that. And then I brought that one into the generating tool and just generated the picture or the video based on what I wanted, like in the context, because I use ChatGPT in the way that I write down exactly how I want it. But since the way I write, English is my second language, which makes it kind of hard when it comes to like AI models, how direct or so on.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good tip that I've discussed too, is using ChatGPT to help write your prompts. You're like, look, what is this other model not understanding? This is what I've put in for a prompt. What could be better?
Yeah, exactly. And even when it comes to generating images, because I have had a problem that I felt that when I want to make like a photograph, it doesn't look like a photograph. It looks AI generated. And I did not understand, how do I make it look like taken from your phone or something like that, in the like the fidelity and the rawness of the picture. And ChatGPT helped me out, as well as finding different YouTube channels that are heavily into AI video generating, image generating, and so on, and just so on. So I found out there's something called like meta tags and secret tags I had no idea about. So I started using those.
I've done a video. Actually, that was by far on my channel my most viewed video was the use of meta tags by far, like 30,000 or something like that views. It was insane. So check that one out. That's been a huge. Actually, a few creators have said the discovery of the use of meta tags, because especially in Suno, or probably all the models actually, you're limited very much in the amount of prompt that you could have, the prompt space. It's a little bit more now with version 5, but in the past, like, you're really limited in the amount of instruction you could put in a song. But when you can put tags and you can put it in brackets through the song, then you can have a lot more freedom on how to create the thing. Let me just wrap this one up, because it's just hit over the hour mark, and I don't want to go to over an hour and a half, 2 hours, because then people are just going to tune out anyway, because people like me who have a short attention, actually, you'd be surprised. Like, there's some people I could probably have this for 10 hours and they'd watch all the way through, which is great. If it was the majority of it, I just put ad breaks all the way through and just generate revenue. So let's just wrap it up, just saying, like, so you guys are working together on your Villains project, which is great. You're going to continue doing that stuff. What sort of important projects you have coming out, competitions or albums you guys have coming out? I heard, I was going to lie to you right now and say Mellow Delight told me exactly what it was, and why don't you guys go and repeat it? But what he actually said is a very big secret, and he can't tell me on camera what it is. So I won't lie to you and have you guys accidentally confess that to me. But what do you have that you could talk about coming up that you'd like to promote or give to the audience that they should be taking on board?
Well, I mean, obviously we want to expand on the Villains. And there's been talk about doing that. And then we do have, as Bobby already hinted at,
and Mellow Delight.
There might be an opposition as well in the future. So and that's the thing. We have reached out to more people as well. So instead of being 6 people, we might be 7 or 8 or
Oh,
more.
now you've turned into a girl and boy band.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see. I just feel like this can expand and keep on expanding, and I have this feeling that it started to put me into the whole go back to writing stuff. So I feel like I need to start writing like the lore or biography, story, whatever. Just because in like a text form, and that I know will help me because I love doing things like this, and I love when it comes to like tying stories together and so on.
Yeah, that's super good creative mind. That's awesome. That's I guess what we all want to work towards if we're not already there, and having our own sort of spins on it. Bobby, do you have anything you want to chuck into there? Anything working on or
man? I don't know what we can talk about. Like we haven't really discussed when we're going to let like any of the plans that we have in the future. I mean, this might be a good place to talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I was asking. That's what I was asking about. Like, what are the plans for the future that people should be looking out for?
Well, I'll call it over to Bobby because he's kind of the head of the group in that sense.
There's no leaders in this group.
Well, yeah. We might as well just put it out that.
Let's just put it out there.
Yeah, because still not a time frame yet, because we don't want to stress the members, but we have, of course, talked about a second album for the Villains. And then we started to want to expand that universe. And how do you expand that universe? You have to bring in heroes.
Yep. And so
logical step.
Yeah.
Yep.
So right now there's talks about that project of bringing in the heroes and how and which personas would fit and whatnot.
Just like the same we did with the villains. Yeah. I picked personas who I thought would make good villains. Now I need to pick personas that would make good heroes.
Yeah. And I already have hinted at it already in the bleeper video. One of the personas. That's going to be one of the heroes. And that's the thing with the bleeper. He is a villain. I wouldn't say a villain. He's more of an anti-hero. So he's
I think a lot of the villains are just anti-heroes.
Yeah. You know what? Like modern like comic writing or comic movie writing is whatever has been like villains aren't straightforward. They're not just some guy that comes out of the womb wanting to put poison in people's drinks.
No, they got backstories.
Yeah, and actually maybe you guys maybe you can make a whole album about origin stories or something. I don't know.
That's what the first album is.
But I meant more about your heroes
origins,
one.
Of course. I don't know, and well, he's part of it, but not part of it. The group in that sense, and it's Zanzibar did his consortium thing,
right? Yeah. Zanzibar is just trying to dip into the universe.
Yeah, self-inserting himself into the universe.
Yes, man.
So, he's trying to recruit Harley Sin with unlimited cheese fries.
Yeah, and then they did that Aiden song. As well.
Let's talk offline. What Zanzibar's character could be in this universe. I have ideas.
Yeah. So and that's to me that is fun when people feel like, oh, I want to join in, and they do their own stuff, and like the universe and everything just
they're building the universe around us. Yeah.
And I mean it helps us expanding in a way, and since we came together like a collaboration in this sense, I'm actually happy that people want to, join in and doing their own spins on it and so on. Because
well, I'm sitting here thinking, how can I come into this whole thing and insert myself into it? And I want to be the Stan Lee, what do you call it? Like cameo.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
That'd be fun as.
Yeah, that actually would be really, really fun.
Yeah.
I don't even have to be there.
Yeah, well, and that's also, if you look at most of the videos I'm made so far, or I have a tendency to use Easter egg as much as possible, inserting either my own personas or like Bobby's personas, Aiden, and other personas into my videos and so on. And that I do that because they have inspired me, and like I said in my community song, is like, to me, these people not only inspired me, some of them have directly helped me, and I feel like I become better person in that sense, because people have different values and so on, and you adapt to it and take it to you. And I feel that it would be, I need to give homage and like recognition to the people that, to me, in this space are important.
It's true. No, and I try to do it. Like, and the thing is, like, I've got a cool platform where I can just appreciate people en masse, right?
Yeah.
So I can just do that, like thank everybody and thank about. So yeah, I suppose on yours, because you don't have a thing specifically talking to the masses of people, that's a really cool way, is to drop them into your songs. That's actually really cool, and a nice artistic, creative, subtle way. So I appreciate that. Look, I want to wrap this up.
Honored by it. Yeah.
I just want to wrap this up and thank both of you guys for being here. I have so much fun doing these interviews, especially when I don't have a lot of time to prep for them. It's actually, I appreciate doing those better, because the way I approach them is like, I want to learn as much as I can about this person, about their process, and think about how to get that whatever voices and life lessons into the community so they can take that on board. So I really appreciated this one. I always like having Bobby on this too. I talked to Bobby. Actually,
I love being on these.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I probably talked to you a little bit too much. I talked to you more than I talked to my wife. No, actually, I do like that. That's good.
Yeah.
I know my wife's always like, "Oh, another meeting with Matt tonight."
Yeah, that's right. That's tonight. I like it. So she says that too, tonight.
So my woke up. I don't know if she needed to woke up before the meeting and all that. And it's like, you should shave. You should.
No, I get that all the time. This is like a month for me.
So I was like, okay.
Right. So we'll wrap. Look, I'll just say, if you like this podcast interview, if you love these guys, I'll have a shit ton of links down below. You have to get through them all. There's a lot of stuff to unpack in this one. If you like this, subscribe, comment down below. There's definitely a lot to say. Take note of the charity I support with the John Fawcett Foundation. Check out the links on the website. Go to John Fawcett directly and do a donation. You can see what it's all about there. I won't extend this video anymore by talking about it, but it basically is trips to Indonesia where you can do eye cataract surgery that goes towards everybody. Actually, see all the details in there. Plenty of information in there. Thanks, guys, for showing up.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Check out the Villains thing. Check out their independent projects. They'll all be there. Thanks, guys. And we'll catch you on the next one.